Hello, welcome back to F1 Manager 24 here in the middle of the 2027 season. The only bit of news since last time out is that the side pods are now designed. We're manufacturing them. They won't be on the car, or at least one of them won't be on the car until Monza next race, the sprint race that follows the Netherlands. Lando Norris and Hubert have fallen out. What had just got to okay, I think, has now gone back to low. So I've intervened in the vain hope that I'll get it back above again. It's frankly not much of a setback because he was only one step up. Yeah, whatever. We've still got a good car. We're still predicted first for the Netherlands and Monza. So this is the end of the dominance era because as soon as we get back, we're into races that we shouldn't in theory be as good at. So we need to make these two races really count. There was light rain in practice 3. I don't know if there will be in the actual qualifying sessions. It's not a wet start for qualifying. There were soft tyres on the preview, so we'll see how this simulates. Regardless, it doesn't matter. We're not managing it. It's light rain in the race as well, but again, we're not managing it. Actually, it starts damp. Well, it seems to be quite the fumble from Zane Maloney there. 6/10 off the pace. I'll actually look out, see how it ended. And bear in mind, he's got the upgrade now as well, but admittedly, that is mostly tyre wear. So the new suspension won't really help Zane in qualifying in that sense. It does give a higher top speed to his car, but top speed isn't the thing here. It's high-speed corners, which you're already good at anyway. So being 6/10 off is bad. I mean, I think the last two sessions were intermediate. Oscar Piastri was actually faster in Q1 and Q2. Lando pulled it out in Q3. Or at the very least, Oscar failed in Q3, I should say, because it was the same time roughly for Lando. Liam Lawson out in Q1 is a shock though. So it'll be soft at the end. I'm basically happy with this strategy in both cars. They come in on different laps, so I'm happy to just leave that. I'm not actually happy to leave that. Excuse me while I just delete some dry versions because I actually need to have a look at this properly. I presume the AI, I presume if I simulate this, it won't actually make a difference, but it needs to be about there. There's no difference between doing a 4 soft and a 5 medium. There is difference putting on 2 sets of intermediate, so we'll just offset Zane for a lap. I don't know if it makes a difference if you simulate it, if I'm completely honest, but those strategies were dumb. They were on intermediates when the track was dry. I'm guessing that sounds like a win. Podium finish. That's not good news. Well, this means either Antonelli or Maloney made the podium as well. It was Antonelli that made the podium, and actually Lando fluffed it. Zane didn't move at all. Still a net gain because Lawson was nowhere to be seen. Oh, it isn't a net gain actually because 24 points does not beat 25 plus the fastest lap. It keeps us where we need to be for the board meeting anyway. We don't capitalise then. So we're on target. All confidence is high. That's all we needed from that. Huzzah! The intervention for Lando and Hubert actually worked itself out. Mentality for Lando up, affinity up as well. I don't know if that just brings it back to where it was before, if it's actually better. This might need a day. Meanwhile, 2 of our drivers on the F2 podium, which brings Tim to the top and Bogdanovic to 3rd. Carpentier remains 6th, didn't get any points there. It's only a few days turnaround here, but front wing's complete there, so we should, in theory, get the first one in on practice day. We do. First side pod came in today as well, so we can actually have a look at that. I don't think these are massive I'm going to assume the reason why we're now first in top speed is because someone's either put a piece on that's reduced their top speed or because someone's car's missing a piece, essentially. Because we were second in that. But realistically, this actually does do a reasonable jump at the engine cooling and low speed. I didn't think it was actually that much of a gain, to be honest. 0.003 is somehow up 6. Crazy how tight that is down there. Brings us to 5th, brings us up in engine cooling. Doesn't do much for dead air tolerance, but you can see the difference here, really. 5th, 9th, opposed to 11th, 12th. And 3rd versus 8th down here. So we'll only have the one. If we break it, then we break it. We're a little bit stuck. Thank you, Daniel, mostly for that one. Are you available to do another one, Daniel? Yes, you are. Weirdly, that his contribution is lower this time, but I also spot another affiliate one down here. Miguel, once again, hello, mate. That actually is enough. Is there like a scout one as well? Just to make sure we've got that buffer in there. Perfect. I know don't plan to do any scouting. We're all fine. Just need to refurbish the team up. We'll use half that money we just got in to do that. And race targets for this one is higher. First overall ranking now, car-wise, for Lando as well. How has Zane gone up the overall ranking? He should still be 4th. His car has not changed. Whoever was first has put on a car piece that's made them worse, I think. Which admittedly is realistic. That happens sometimes. I understand being 1st and 2nd for the track specifically, but we were 3rd and 4th as a car. I don't understand how Zane's car's changed. I think Lando's affinity with Hubert did indeed go back up to a notch above just okay, perhaps maybe on good, because these bars have definitely changed. Don't know if there's a step up between okay and good. Mind you, Maloney's now on great, so then maybe that's why it looks like Maloney's that much further, because Maloney's gone up a stage as well recently. Okay, because this is obviously sprint qualifying, I've also realised I didn't put on the front wing either. We're also going to go for the last engine part and the last gearbox at Monza, just to get them bedded in. Again, this is the last, presumably in our dominance. I expect people to catch up over the summer break. 12 minutes. A medium tyre can do 2 runs, right? Particularly at Monza, it's not a long track. So I'll just wait for the first sign of somebody else going. There's a McLaren. Oh, you can get away with doing 2 runs. I suspect the sprint itself will be a medium sprint. Because whilst it's not a long lap, it is a relatively tyre hungry. I don't think you get away with a soft. It's not obviously like Kota where you'd last about 5 laps on a soft, but Lawson just comes out of the pit now, which is going to be massively inconveniencing. Norris got away with it, Maloney didn't. So expect Norris to be miles ahead of... All right, Maloney, I don't know what you've done there, mate. With worst car parts. Slipstream, I guess. Mind you, everyone who was in the train behind got it worse there. Ferrari have brought something, maybe? Because you only use 1 set of tyres anyway, there's no harm going a second time as the drivers all come out now, I think. Kind of maybe want to just catch the end of that. Absolutely nailed it. Hamilton was the last one of that first batch. And Porsche was the first one of the next batch. So Perez and Drugovich, I think, are just outliers right now. We should be fine, but like I say, there's no reason not to use these tyres again. Because we just use a different set of mediums for the next round of qualifying anyway. We might as well just combat any potential track evolution that comes in here. It's not a huge gap to 16th. It is a full second. If there is a second's worth of evolution, then we could be in a spot of bother. There are drivers like Leclerc, Bottas, Piastri and Lawson are all down here who shouldn't be down there. I think we'll be fine, but I am intrigued to see if there is some kind of track evolution here. Obviously the tyres will be worse, and there are people in the way. We are improving, partially. Piastri is finished and he's 1.3 seconds off the pace. Lawson only improves to 15. Lawson has only improved to... Don't tell me the McLarens have put on a car piece that's made them that much slower, and they were the ones that were first and second. That would be a dramatic turn of events if that was the case. Surely they've just both got hindered twice or something. Like, that cannot be their pace. Yeah, I don't think really Lando improved there at all, but that's versus Red Bull, it seems. Lawson's out. People improved to go ahead of him. Surely not. Surely not. Okay, so it seemed like the top 4 were essentially comfortable there. Verstappen and Hamilton up in the mix. Yeah, so the one thing I have learned this season, and it's remarkable it's taken me 4 seasons, is the fact that it's literally just track length that affects how quickly your tyres warm up. It's literally just distance. Track temperature doesn't actually seem to have an effect. We are going to catch the tail end of these, but we'll be alright. Maloney got stuck. Maloney got stuck literally in someone starting their lap, so he was inside them on the straight. Norris actually, I think, got a benefit. He ended up slipstreaming Sargent on the main straight. He was just starting his lap rather than being inside them like Maloney is with Tsunoda. Ruined Tsunoda's lap in the process because we were on our in lap and he couldn't get back past again. We've clearly got enough time because people are only just going now. I'm only going to send Maloney. Track improvement's not going to be that good from here. Maloney's inside Tsunoda again. He's not inside him, thankfully, this time. He's just behind him. And both will be starting a flying lap, so we'll both be going comparatively as fast as we can this time. He's far enough away that it won't be a problem. If anything, it might be a benefit. Because if he can close that gap in that time, then he's definitely going to improve on whatever he did before. Only just got across the line in about 10 seconds to spare. Actually, a lot of the people behind aren't going to get to the line in time. Drugovich doesn't. Gasly doesn't. They're fine. They're top 7 already. Vesti doesn't. He was already out. Porsche was the first one actually doing a lap. He goes up to 3rd. Everyone else behind Porsche is actually on a lap. So there's a Ferrari and someone inside a Ferrari. That's Leclerc and Verstappen, who does improve. Leclerc. Oh no, Leclerc was behind that pair, so I don't know what that was. Hamilton only improves to 12th from the Ferrari that was behind. Russell doesn't improve in the Mercedes. It's Sainz next, who is irrelevant in all this. Actually, Antonelli's on track with Sargent up his backside. Yeah. I mean, too busy looking at the track and everyone else not being paying attention to Maloney. 2 green seconds is good. And this is the bit where he lost all his time anyway, because he was doing that. Goes 7/10 faster because of it. Pushes Antonelli out. He needs this, and he's had Sargent for company all lap. Only goes 10th. Sargent goes 2nd because he slipstreamed Antonelli the entire lap. Ridiculous. So there's Hamilton out, both Mercedes out, both RBs out, and Charles Leclerc in the Haas. Both Aston Martins getting through along with Verstappen, which isn't a certainty. I think Ferrari have improved. Then I keep looking at tyres. We've only got one option. There's 8 minutes. Is that enough time to go twice? I don't know if it is. I think you just about get away with it, but at the same time, you only get one good use on soft. So the Porsche, Bottas have kind of gone by themselves at the start here. I might just wait till I see Sainz and then make sure I come out behind them. Oh, we sent up Maloney way too close there. Okay, so the laps that matter, everyone, I think is actually only going once. Yeah, you definitely could only get one round in. Actually, no, you could get in and literally just do the pit stop and come straight back out again. You'd probably just about do it. But Porsche's just completed and gone back in. He was the first one to do it. And now Bottas has joined him in the pits. So, both drivers, clean track, no problems. I think it might be Antonelli, though, that's on track in front, who has registered a time. So we will have to just be concerned about maybe catching him. But if we do catch him, it's going to be on a straight now. The worst part is this potential set of corners down here after the DRS zone. No point looking at sectors or anything because we won't have a benchmark to compare against. Sainz only goes 5th. He got stuck on someone there. Sargent goes 3rd behind him. Verstappen's yet to set a time. He's starting a lap. In fact, that's probably who they got stuck on. And the in-lapping Drogovic. Oh, we got stuck on both of them. Here comes Antonelli in the way. Norris powers past him. I don't know if I'll be able to see if Maloney just goes straight past as well. He does. That seems simple, straightforward, no fuss. I'll take that. That's fine. That's good. One person to get past him. We got past him on the straight. So that was clean. Norris just shaves it on Antonelli. Maloney 2/10. That's probably because he was drafting, though. Yeah, purple all sectors. Just being behind in all the sectors just gave him the slipstream in all of them. So that means Maloney pips Norris both times in the sprints that we've seen recently. I'll tell you, it could be a soft sprint. Now, see, the interesting thing there is you're saying this medium was 1 second slower, 1 second faster, but that's only because it wasn't pushing the soft. Now a soft is actually faster. Weird that they had 2 versions of the same soft strategy there. So basically, soft is better, you just have to push them, which is fine. So you can actually get away with a soft then. More mediums to the race.
It's time for a sprint around Monza. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Shouldn't overlook the fact it's another front row start, which Norris immediately powers ahead of, and he'll have the inside line, actually. In fact, he might get caught out by Porsche here, but it's forced over the bumps there. I was just trying to checking there was no damage. So Maloney has the classic Norris start, ends up 3rd after the first set of corners. Meanwhile, Norris the benefactor. In fact, although saying that, Porsche is having a little nosy, fended him off for now. So Sainz down in 9th, and Lawson down in 18th and 19th with Piastri. It's a great race for the constructors, even though this is just a sprint. You would presume Sainz will come back through that, but it's certainly a great chance to put some buffers into the McLarens here. Antonelli now getting on Maloney's tail. Fended him off for now, and now he's actually attacking rather than defending. DRS from here, of course, which is excellent for us. Now, the slipstream is very, very powerful here, so Porsche is all over the back of Lando. Tries to go up the inside, will go up the inside. We don't actually force him onto the... In fact, Lando gets forced onto the gravel. Why is Porsche just forced both of our drivers off the track in these first 2 laps? That's so annoying. That couldn't be more annoying if we tried. Maloney gets him back. This is such a stupid thing. Because previous lap, Teo pushed Maloney across the bumpers, across the chicane. And this time he's pushed Lando off the track on the opposite side. Why couldn't he have been pushed inwards? How is he allowed to just get away with that both ways? Alright, so we'll just let the tyres cool down, lap 3. We'll come off everything. We've got DRS on Verstappen, so we'll get him back. Porsche's fighting Maloney for the lead. Okay, well, maybe we won't get Verstappen back. I don't think you are, Lando, actually, if I'm honest. Oh, we got him eventually. I'm going to presume all these overtakes are just going to be DRS main straight, pretty much. Or DRS back straight. Yep, there we go. All 5 cars are visible in this one shot. You can see... Actually, Verstappen on mediums is actually keeping up for some annoying reason. Actually, Lando was in a really awkward spot there. He was in between both cars. He got around Antonelli in the end, not Verstappen. It's actually all going to be about tyre temperature here, I think, more than anything. Does get Verstappen eventually, and in fact, with 2 for warning, Porsche now, he'll get DRS. I don't think he did that in DRS, actually, that time, Maloney. Looking backwards, that's, yeah, around the outside. That wasn't a DRS zone. Both McLarens slightly wounded. They're not even making any inroads. Maybe that was why they were slow in qualifying. Maybe they haven't actually just had a backwards development. Maloney stays ahead of Porsche, which is not a good thing long-term, realistically. It's 1 train down to Drogovic. All are in DRS of each other. I think we'll probably pull off Sargent now. But, yeah, both Porsche and Verstappen had the drive there. Weird that Verstappen's got the drive in mediums. You'd think he'd just vanish, but he's probably pushing mediums, which is probably the thing. Maloney gets him back, and he'll now have DRS and Porsche. We should drag everyone back to Porsche. No, he won't. He'll get overtaken by Verstappen first, because of course he will. It looks like Norris got pushed off the track again there, because he went a second behind. Very irritating. I mean, this is a fascinating fight. There's 10 laps to go, and there's 5 cars just fighting for 1 position. And I can't actually put the tyres up because tyre temperatures are really bad. What about tyres? Maloney back in front. Antonelli now second. Verstappen, Porsche 4th and 5th. It just keeps changing. Norris now back in the lead, but I want to see the previous overtake on Antonelli because I don't think he did that in DRS. All right, game, just don't show me then. That's fine, whatever. We're now 1 and 2. Both go aggressive. We could drive away from them if we're clever here. They keep slipstreaming each other, but we've dragged Antonelli with us. VSC will watch the crash after I'm going to take his ear off. Aye, it's intra-team action. Fittipaldi this time. It's Fittipaldi. Who's his teammate? Alpine? Alga. No, Perez. Fittipaldi at the back of Perez. Takes himself out, actually. Oh, no, we're watching it Fittipaldi. It's Perez at the back of Fittipaldi instead. We're going to finish under the safety car? No. I mean, that absolutely saves our tyres. Yeah, they've all pushed their mediums, so they're the same level as ours. Save DRS for last lap if we need it, but Lawson's 19th because his issue got worse. Piastri's still only 16th. Leclerc's not made any inroads, surprisingly. Still 11th. Sainz has only got Drogovic. Perez decides to lock up as well for good measure, because why not? We'll let them fight, but as soon as we get to the last lap, we'll tell them not to. I think my main issue is the fact we've got cars with us, so I don't really want to put them on don't fight either, because it will just make them sit behind, and it might let them driving behind go up the side of them because they're not fighting my car. They're not defending from behind either, because it does that weird stupid thing. I'd rather them pass each other like that, because it opens them up less from behind as Antonelli decides to go on a detour. Both full 5. Actually, I think I might put Maloney on 5 though instead of 4 when we came off the restart, but full 5. Norris powers past final lap. Antonelli getting a bit cute there, but we fend him off. Both drivers now fully deploying as well, and I think with that deployment we'll be fine. In fact, I think we may have just opened up Porsche on Antonelli as a move, which we'll have a look back on, but Gasly actually got up to 6th in the end. Verstappen fell off, weirdly. We're coming down in formation. Norris, Maloney, Porsche 3rd. Oh, Leclerc weirdly got up to 8th at the end of all that. Pushes Sainz out, so it's only 5 points for Red Bull, no points for McLaren, and 15 for us. And Perez is just finishing now because he had damage, I guess. Yeah, great work for Charles Leclerc in the end. Actually, Carlos Sainz started 10th. He actually did go up a place. So because of obviously the sprint qualifying, all the tyres are available from the start of regular qualifying. For some reason. I don't know why that's the thing. I don't know why they don't still lock one off for Q3. But, so realistically, these are the 4 tyres that you would normally use in qualifying. However, you've still got the one from sprint qualifying just sitting here at the back. So I'll start with that at the start of Q1. There's no point. I might as well save a set of soft tyres if I can. I'm starting to wonder, because Maloney is consistently faster than Norris, if I'm just sending them pushing too late. I'm not giving Lando enough speed for what was the Parabolica. I think it changed its name. We're also about to see if Piastri and Lawson's problem is persistent, because Lawson still is listed as damaged, but Piastri isn't, which implies they've changed his engine part. They're still a lot off. We'll see how far off. We might actually get away with this. Oh yeah, we're going to be absolutely fine. Only Carlos Sainz got past in the end. Liam Lawson and Piastri did actually at least get out of Q1 this time. Pierre Gasly out in Q1 despite having an excellent sprint qualifying and sprint race. I accidentally released Maloney ahead of Norris this time. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't a test. Norris has clearly had some other issue, which I didn't even notice. I don't know if I messed up or something, but I'm still using those first set of tyres. I'm still just getting the most out of them as I can. I will put new ones on though for this. Yeah, Monza just seems weird. People just go at completely arbitrary times, and there's no rhyme or reason to any of it. I think I'll go now though, and I'll actually deliberately send Maloney first this time. That's on 5. That's on 3. That's on deploy. We're all good. There's no mistakes on my end here. Now, in terms of traffic, as we're on board with Lando, I fear... Actually, both Aston Martins are on in-lap, so the in-lap... The one that Maloney's just catching is on an in-lap. We should catch it in a slightly kinder place. Sargent further up is definitely on an in-lap. If that's Sainz in the Red Bull, that's scarier than it probably was. This Red Bull, I don't know if we will even catch, so we might be alright. It might be on flying lap or an in-lap. I know Sainz is already pitted, so he's in and done. That's Antonelli, so we won't catch that one. We will catch Sargent. Maloney will get him before the corners. I'm slightly worried Norris will catch him in the Is it a chicane? Does it count as a chicane? Yep, that's what I was worried about. But the good news is Lando is purple. Maloney does take Q2 pole. Wow, he was purple. So you know how much that hindrance cost. Although Lawson Piastri 14-16. Norris gets absolutely mugged off. Twice, clearly. I actually don't know what the issue was on Maloney's first lap there. Used tyres, but there shouldn't be 7/10 in this game. So, good news is, whilst I was slightly worried that we would actually hold up Hamilton, we've actually stayed ahead of him the entire lap. Verstappen will be a hindrance, because he's just finished his flying lap. We're on board with Maloney. New tyres, hoping he'll go purple. Sainz puts his car second. There goes Verstappen, not in the way. Actually, what? No, because Lando was purple in the first sector, so it wasn't the hindrance in the first sector. It was entirely Sargent. Okay, it's not purple, which annoys me, but it is green. Antonelli did a 119 flat. Almost exactly flat as well. Not too far off. Maloney, what are we doing? You've gone worse in the middle sector. Where the bloody hell is your speed gone, Zane? You've had no hindrance. Why are you not going purple? It doesn't need to be an entirely purple lap, just a purple sector. Well, where's that come from? How the hell have you taken pole with green then yellow? Third sector must be purple. Good lord, Antonelli's on a lap, isn't he? Oh no, everyone's done. We were the last one to do a lap. Wait, how were we the last one to do a lap? Porsche and Bottas didn't make the line in time. Well, okay. Lando should have been absolutely fine, but got mugged off twice. One stop apparently faster. By a margin as well, actually. Although, that being said, of course, this isn't the optimum. I'll be honest, two-stop isn't that much better. That it's worth just punting them into things. But I will say this, though. Let's get rid of soft and medium there. You can absolutely do both stints on medium here, which, for some reason, Zane is already on and wasn't given the option for. As standard. Okay, that's weird. Ooh, can't actually take a lot of laps of fuel out here. Not a good recovery track, it seems like. So, 2 laps out. Both on the same strategy. It might be slightly different laps, but it won't matter because they are 12th and 1st respectively. So there's going to be room probably to double stack.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. Yuki Tsunoda will be hoping things go his way today.
Starting P10 puts them in the right place to get some points, but there's still a lot to do.
And it looks like we're good to go. Here we are at the oldest circuit in Europe for this, the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
I should have probably given Sargent a 3-place grid penalty for that in qualifyings, but we'll cope. Norris doesn't actually make any places up immediately. Should really be looking at the front there where Antonelli is. A couple of you on soft, Sainz on a hard to start with. I think we might all be one stopping. There was a soft medium strategy available. So it's a good job we saved all those softs, isn't it? If there's a safety car or whatever, then we've got them in the bank, haven't we? But Lando, I'm going to need you to do something. Loney has been unable to drop the Red Bulls, though he's got a bit of speed around that final corner. That's probably our high-speed corner right there. Hell of a draft. Hell of a slipstream gets them back into it, though. Lando trying to position himself behind Djokovic there, but Djokovic is trying to get Hamilton, so he's not really opening up. I say that. We've got 2 drivers in one lap now. Doesn't do it on the straight, but Djokovic first. Yep, that's fine. And then he's lining up Hamilton immediately. He'll get the DRS because the activation point, the detection point's back there. And he'll actually get him on it. And he's past Hamilton now as well. Now hunting Tsunoda. 2 laps on 5. We'll do 2 laps on 3, and then we'll just leave him on 4 for the rest of it. That should even things out. I think Maloney did actually break DRS, but oh no, he didn't. Okay, so unsurprisingly, Maloney and Antonelli are going backwards and forwards, but Norris was a second off Sargent at one point here. Okay, he's attacking. That's fine. So this is just the actual overtake. I wonder if Lando attempted an overtake and got shoved off. Sargent's just going to get him back, of course, the person that ruined his lap in the first place. Oh no, he won't. Right, Logan. All right, so we can push the tyres now. Oh, someone just had a mare. What happened there? Oh, it was Gasly. No. Verstappen? Yeah, Verstappen. Could just about see him at the edge there, off the track. Norris all over the back of his good buddy Leclerc. And past him. Yoink. He's up to 6th. He's got Tsunoda and he'll attack Bottas now. We'll both have DRS in him. It's just whoever does the actual right attacking line on him. We do, because we just pin Yuki in. Yoink. Thanks, Valtteri. That's 5th. Lap 6. That was the most boring of all the overtakes, actually, so we won't bother watching that one again. Oh, actually, we'll fight Bottas. Okay. That's not annoying at all. Valtteri, what are you doing, buddy? I'm not even looking at the fight between 1st and 2nd. I'm too busy watching this one between 5th and 6th. Just get a second, Lando. There we go. So he's got to give up eventually. All right, back to Zane, who is going backwards and forwards with Antonelli every lap. Porsche's in the mix as well. Piastri at 18th, not doing well. And we're back ahead of him again. I mean, he's got to be on peak confidence, isn't he? Yeah, because of these constant overtakes. It's all DRS mostly. Yeah, just about. The only way this ends is if one of them shoves each other off. And then there's still Porsche and Sainz to worry about. Just can't break a second. Hang on, what happened there? Norris was more than a second ahead of Bottas, and then Bottas comes back through and does fast his lap. Oh, start recovering fuel, mate. If you can't clear Bottas, just use him as a fuel mule. Oh, he's coming early. Oh, is he too stopping Bottas? Was he just belting those tyres? I'm going to have to try and conserve with Maloney, aren't I? There's not a lot I can do about it. I think we can get away with an extra lap here. I'll tell him to come in next lap, because 48% ain't bad. We don't want to leave anything on these tyres. Well, it's a good job we didn't pit, isn't it? Leclerc and Hamilton are the ones out. We'll get to watch it now. So Charles Leclerc bins it. Oh my God, it's a double binning. I've never seen anything like it. I need to see that again. We might see it from the other perspective. Oh, no, we don't. I'm trying to get my head around that. Hamilton at the front binned it, and then Leclerc at the back binned it and ended up bookending two other drivers. Synchronized binning. I've never seen it before. Well, that's a free switch to hards, isn't it? It's basically lap wheel pitting anyway, so... It might be Verstappen who binned it. I don't know which one did it. I'm about to say it's very weird that Antonelli started on mediums, but Antonelli's in second on the restart. We get the fuel back, at least. We are going to have to re-select everything. And we've got enough to do these on 4, as we knew we would. But yeah, because Sainz started on the hard, he's snookered on a medium now. I suppose a medium single push will be fine. The fact that Leclerc's got the penalty makes me think he's the one who binned it. Oh no, Leclerc binned it at the back. Who binned it at the front of that? Those two people in span. With only one of them's got a penalty. So we'll only get Antonelli. Oh, completely blanked on that, but Norris is taken by Gasly, it looks like. That's such a wild thing to have happened. It's put the McLarens in the mix. They're 8th and 10th because of other people pitting. Bottas, Drogovic, well, actually just mostly just Bottas and Drogovic, actually. Sorry, Lando, you've got plenty of time. He's a second off, DRS activates. You just heard that line, mate. Actually, how have you messed this up, Lando? Surely you just drive past. There you go, buddy. You've got this. No, you haven't. Bloody Audis! Quickly becoming our nemesis here. Can I see the incident, please? No? Okay, never mind. I'm still on full 5 push here, just trying to get rid of the Audi more than anything. Okay, so we've got rid of the Audi. Jesus wept, how many cars are there? Shoved Antonelli off, that's good. Finally. Bird tells him lovely. No loyalty to his former team. So Antonelli's down to 7 now, thanks to that. Good work, Lando. So the fun thing is, Maloney's run away with Sainz on the medium, even though Maloney's on the hard. And his tyres are much worse as a result. Oh, actually, we've been on full 5 push on these hards up till this point. And we're only at 83%. Gasly's on 81. They've pushed fully as well, I think. They've all pushed fully. Wow, hang on, how have you got underfloor damage? I'll watch this one, see if that's because it's basically the same place. So we've been shoved off by 2 different vehicles and got underfloor damage as a result. How have you got underfloor damage there, but you haven't by going over the bumps at the first chicane or in the gravel, which has happened to both of you? And I guess Porsche, who's 7 seconds off the front 2, so this isn't much of an overtake realistically. It's a great recovery drive if he stays third. Imagine if he'd pitted. Imagine if I hadn't gone next lap. Yeah, we are dragging Antonelli, Porsche, Verstappen, and Russell, Bottas, Piastri, Sargent, Drogovic. The break is at 14th, Perez. It's 1 train to Lawson in 13th, which is insane. Norris is now 5th. Probably because of the damage more than anything. I think we could probably go on aggressive again now. Piastri's felt worse since he drops to 12th. Gasly does fast. Russell does. Wait, sorry. Where the bloody hell has Russell come from? Russell does fastest lap. He's 4th. Where the hell has the mug come from? I mean, Russell will get Antonelli here because he's got the line. A very dangerous switch of sides there, Norris. I'm going to watch you on this particular lap. Why do you invite yourself to be pushed off? It's really quite irritating. Still going to fight Antonelli, though. All the way. No. Giving up there. Attacking up the inside. No. 12 laps to go. 2 horse race in front. Sainz is on 56% mediums. That's going to go against him eventually. I dare say Maloney's in a really good position. Fuel-wise, we can recover that. That's not a problem if we need to. I prefer it nice if you went forwards rather than backwards. Actually jumped both cars at the same time there. I was hoping to jump in before he got to Antonelli, but he did both straight away. Piastri has multiple mechanical faults because he was already on medium. What a strange race for McLarens. They've just been braking. Russell's gone now. It is just Antonelli being dragged along with us and attacking us. Don't you bloody dare. Don't you bloody dare. Not again. Thank you. So we've already had 1 round of damage. We are closing on Maloney and Sainz. That was 7 seconds. It's now 3.5. Only 4 laps to go. Sainz is on 38% medium tyres. Somehow he's not losing them. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just going to have to manually conserve for a smidge there, just to make sure we get that recovery in. There has been a crash, but it's not caused anything. It's Perez in 14th. That's why nobody cares. Stop hitting people, Sergio. He's on a medium, actually, Hugh. He's actually on a medium. Okay, so Norris gets Antonelli and stays ahead of him, intriguingly. Trying to work out how many laps I can deal with fuel-wise. 0.5 feels like I could probably push from next lap. No, it cannot. I'm slightly worried that Lando's ahead on lap 52 here. Maloney's in a real good... Never mind. I'm about to say Maloney's in a real good spot because he's got ahead of him, who's behind him on lap 52. Those tyres have to be going off. They're 30%. Full attack them, mate. Full attack. Full attack. Full fuel. You've got 26% ERS in the bank here. It's not a lot. Don't you dare. Push him off. Well, at least you didn't get pushed off. That's something. Norris held the position behind. I was looking at the wrong pair of drivers and thinking of the wrong pair, but this is the fight for the lead here. Don't you... Oh, why are you doing everything wrong, Zane? You're giving him DRS again, you moron. He should have... His tyres should be gone. They're sub 30% mediums. Deploy from here as well. All right, we're ahead of Sainz. The line is before the DRS zone activates, so he should be okay. Somebody ruined Tsunoda's race at some point. I never noticed it. I never saw that incident. He's a full lap down. So I've been 7 seconds behind. Norris ends up only less than a second behind Sainz. It's a good recovery, and that is Zane's first win, I believe, isn't it, of the season? Actual race win rather than sprint win. It's checkerboard with Red Bull, so it's not much of a victory over them. But Piastri's fault took him out in the end. He was nowhere regardless. Lawson's 12th. Gotta wait for... I was about to say we gotta wait for Tsunoda, but he's actually a full lap down, so we don't have to wait for him. There's no podium, of course, because Lando up 9, Pierre Gasly up 12 places in the end, just to ruin our, be annoying, but 3 high-profile exits, actually, Leclerc, Hamilton, and Piastri. So it's 32 points for Zane Maloney, puts him in the fight with Antonelli. 23 for Lando, puts him in the fight with Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri. 19 points separate the top 3. 55 points to Red Bull's 35, plus 16 points between us and them. 100 points clear of McLaren now because they scored sod all. Aston Martin joined the party with RB and Audi, well, say, without Audi. Audi gained 10 points. Mercedes pick up 3. Sorry, who got 3? Russell, I assume. He did indeed, and fastest lap. 2 and fastest lap. Well, nobody gets... Yeah, this is clearly done in team order. That's annoying, because it means we don't get featured in it. First and third, we didn't do a pit stop. Underfloor missing is a problem. So before we go anywhere... Oh, there was actually an F2 race where none of our drivers featured in the podium. That's annoying, because Martins is in that fight, isn't he? So he's now taking the lead again in F2, it seems. That's it for this particular video. Our dominance era is officially over at this point, and we weren't really that dominant, frankly, in the end. Spa obviously flattered to deceive. We were miles ahead at Spa, but the 2 races that follow, actually, because of the improvement, we're actually now 12th and 15th of this. So we're not actually as bad at the next 2 tracks as we were before, but despite the fact we've somehow gone up, despite only putting car parts on Lando's car, somehow Zane's gone up as well. I don't know what's happened there, but despite the fact we've gone up to first and second as a result of someone else declining, I guess, more than us putting parts on, despite the fact that's happened, we are still not going to be good at Azerbaijan or Singapore. A whole bunch of tracks now that we are regarded first in, that we weren't before, but the next 2, not in our ballpark. We'll see you for that one. Until then, thank you for watching. Do like, comment, subscribe. Until then, ciao.